Good morning, class. Today we are going to be going over opposite numbers on the number line. Basically, we're going to be starting looking into absolute value. So we all have seen number lines before. We have an example of one right here. Usually we got 0 in the middle and everything to the right side is positive numbers, right? And then everything to the left side is negative. And you know it's a negative because there's a minus in front. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and so on. Think of it as, if this is a little confusing, of a bank, right? You put in $3 in your bank, so now you're positive $3. But you owe your parents $5. So you don't have $5 in the bank, so you're going to go into the negative. You're going into the red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're negative $2. But we don't really need to worry about that today because what we're talking about is opposite numbers on the number line. Okay, so basically what we do here is we have a set of numbers and we need to find their opposite. And what does opposite mean? That means it's different, right? Like a mirror image of sorts. And then we're also going to see this one right here, which looks a little bit confusing. What these little parentheses here is supposed to be absolute value. So that means that the opposite of whatever on the inside. So let's go ahead and start. So here's our original numbers. We got -4, we have 1, and the absolute value of -8, and put the negative outside. So we need to find the opposite. So what's the opposite of -4? 4. What's the opposite of 1? -1. Now what's the opposite of the absolute value of -8? So if we didn't have this guy here, this would just be 8. But because we have a negative on the outside, it becomes -8. So our next step now is to fill out the horizontal number line below. So mine's a little wonky. It is what it is. So we have 0 in the quote-unquote middle, but I don't have it in the middle because I have a larger number of negatives. And we must remember that anything on the right side is positive and anything on the left side is negative. So our first number is 4. Where should we put 4 on here? Well, we can't just put it wherever we want. We need to put it 4 spaces to the right of 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, -1. Once again, we can't just put it in the 1 spot, right? Because that's +1. We have to put in the negative spot. So we need to move to the left 1 time. I'm sorry, the left of 0 1 time. Same thing for 8. We can't just put 8 wherever we want. We need to move it to the left, or we need to find the 8th spot to the left of the 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. So all you have to do for homework today is find the opposite and write it on here. Okay. Hope this explains everything, and I'll talk to you guys later.